For the first of our 3 wine and food pairing lessons, we'll show why elegant wines can be a bit of an acquired taste and work much better when we have food on the table. Today we're going to give a demonstration of how to add the wine and food pairing lesson into the Discover Your Wine Style flight. After you've presented each individual wine in the reds is when we'll add the insights of the wine and food pairing lesson. And just so you know, you might only normally have 1 wine glass. Today I have all 5 pre-poured at the tasting mat. So after tasting the elegant wine, this is usually, being the first red, a bit of a shock to the senses. When we're doing the wine and food pairing demonstration, draw the guest's attention to the fact that elegant wines are a little lighter, leaner, drier, and more earthy and woodsy in flavor than most red wines. This has to do with their European sensibilities that make them designed to be better food partners than they do taste alone. These qualities sometimes make people think that elegant wines are too light or too thin to enjoy to suit their tastes. But as a sommelier, I know that the only thing missing is the right kind of food, and we can show people this with the simplest possible demonstration, just by showing them how this wine changes in the presence of salt and sugar. So after tasting wine number 3, direct the guests to take a pinch of the salt on the table. They don't need a lot, just like we're doing a shot of tequila. And once those crystals dissolve on the tongue, have them take a second sip of the same wine. It's like a little magic trick, because on first sip this wine seemed so sharp, so lean and austere. But now, having melted away the acidity with the presence of salt on the tongue, all the other flavors that were always present in the wine come forward. It seems softer, more mellow, more rich, and more fruit-driven, simply by being placed next to something high in salt. This is something that winemakers in Europe have known for thousands of years, and they've never cared that much how their wines taste on first sip. The wines are not designed to wow on that first impact. They're designed to ace the wine and food pairings. But we also want to show that these styles are primarily designed for those savory foods that are salty and do not handle sweet foods very gracefully. Have the guests grab their spoon and we can show them how this works just by touching it into the honey or jam and getting a dab of the sweetness onto our tongue and returning to the same wine again. And we flip the wine back in the opposite direction. Salt reduced our awareness of the wine's acidity, but sugar makes it seem much, much more tart. At the end of the day, elegant wines are not the wines that are designed to relax with in front of the television. They are designed to be food partners. Everything about their sensibilities, their high levels of acidity and low levels of sugar, are designed to grace foods that are seasoned primarily with salt, savory dishes, rather than those that have a stronger element of sweetness in the recipe.